Welcome to Thought for March the 15th. Our readings today are Leviticus chapter 23, Psalms 128, 129 and 130, and Luke chapter 6. And our thought is, but with you there is forgiveness. Our Psalms and Luke readings today link together in encouraging us to think and live positively so we can more effectively counteract a world that buffets us more than ever with false values. There are times when these greatly affect us and they threaten to be overwhelming. These Psalms provide us with encouragement for the times when the ways of the world around us particularly buffet us and we start to be drawn into its ways. Psalm 130 is an outstanding example. Out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. Be attentive to the voice of my pleas for mercy. If you, O Lord, should mark iniquities, O Lord, who could stand? But with you there is forgiveness, that you may be feared. Verses 1 to 4. Then the question arises, what counts as iniquities? In the days of Moses and ancient Israel, the people would look to the Ten Commandments. But Jesus, as we read in Luke 6 today, describes Christ-like behaviour as being much more than avoiding bad behaviour like stealing and committing adultery. Jesus taught, but I say to you, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who abuse you. Verses 27 and 28. Then Jesus lays down what is often called the golden rule, saying, as you wish what others would do to you, so do to them. Verse 31. It has always been the greatest challenge to live as God requires. David knew this. Jesus came to spell it out in plain language and live it, to set us an example. With gratitude we remember David's words and see his life as an example, especially for us if we stumble off the narrow pathway that Jesus described in Matthew chapter 7 and verse 14. We therefore need more especially to remember David's words that God is feared because with them there is forgiveness. He is not feared because he is an angry God. Rather, he is feared or held in the deepest reverence, it means in this context, because he is a loving God. Tomorrow's Psalm 131 is specifically by David. He writes, O Lord, my heart is not lifted up. I have calmed and quietened my soul like a weaned child with its mother. Like a weaned child is my soul within me. Verses 1 and 2. Can we do the same? Christ is, in one sense, our mother. Let us make sure we have a real and growing relationship with him. Well, thank you very much for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's Word, remembering that it is a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.